everyone, my name is Web. I'm here today to tell you that you are fabulous, and today we are going to talk about my very first time in a gay bar. Yay! Okay, let me set the scene for you. So, it was March of 2017. I had just turned 21. I have lived in Los Angeles at the time, and my friend Jermaine took me to the Abbey. The Abbey and the Chapel, which is basically like the same building. It's like two gay bars, they're right next to each other. And it really, sometimes they refer to like the Chapel at the Abbey and vice versa. So, anyway, before we went to the gay bars, we went to Tortilla Republic down the street in West Hollywood. It was very good Mexican food, and Bree, one of our acting friends, met us at the restaurant, and she was just this gorgeous model, and it was very kind of her. She paid for dinner for us. We were at just like a table of three, but we not only was Jermaine taking me to the bars, we were also meeting a new potential boyfriend for him named Brian. And Brian was at Tortilla Republic as well with both Brian and Jermaine's acting manager at the time. So after Bree buys us dinner and we have a wonderful time with her, we go with the guys and sit at their table, and all of them are like 6'2" with a 32 by 34 inch waist. They're real muscular, they're real gorgeous. Got really intimidated sitting at this table. I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on right now? So we talk with them for a second. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Andy Cohen sit down with a friend, and I immediately nudged Jermaine. I said, oh my God, that's Andy Cohen. And he's like, oh yeah, I've met Andy a couple times on Fire Island. He's really sweet. And I was like, should I go talk to him? And he's like, probably not. He's having dinner and it's kind of taboo. You really shouldn't walk over to celebrity when they're having dinner. I was like, okay, but I just kept like eye fucking him. Like I couldn't stop staring at a celebrity in the same building as me. I was freaking out. Brian and his group of friends and the manager all finished their dinners. We decided to get up and go inside the Abbey, just up the street. But before I left Tortilla Republic, I just had to go over and talk to him. And say hi. So I went over to the table, and literally, their food had just been sat in front of him like 30 seconds before I came over to them. And I was like, oh my gosh, hi Andy, my name is Webb. I love your books. I've read all of them. I love Watch What Happens Live. You're so great. My mom's gonna freak out that I'm meeting you. You know, all of just like the little cute lines when people meet a celebrity. And I was like, can I take a picture of you? He's like, oh my gosh, of course. And Andy Cohen loves being a celebrity. I mean, you probably shouldn't have gone over there, but he was pretty into it. And I was such a bitch because I totally ignored the other person he was with. I was like, hi, I don't know who you are. Oh my God, Andy, you're amazing. So took a picture with him real quick. And then he was very sweet. And then we went to the Abbey. Now, the Abbey was fabulous. When you walk in, there were men in like G-strings and thongs and underwear, you know, hanging off the ceilings, dancing. And there were so many people in the building trying to get to the bar, you couldn't even move. Like, it was so crowded. People were stepping on each other's toes. It was ridiculous. So we all get a drink, and me and Jermaine try to go dance for like 2 seconds, but it's just, we couldn't even move because it was just so shoulder to shoulder. And then we came back to the bar, and Jermaine's manager got in a fight with an ex-boyfriend, and the ex-boyfriend was crying. Jermaine's manager's ex-boyfriend ended up punching him, knocking him to the ground. And then one of the guys in our group, one of the friends, came back and punched the ex-boyfriend. And there was bleeding and crying, and we were freaking out, so we had to get out of there pretty quick. So we ran out, and then we ran into the chapel side of the building. So we were in the Abbey, now we're in the chapel. So things kind of calmed down, crying stops. The guy who punched the ex-boyfriend, his hand was bleeding. We got that fixed up. We get more drinks at another bar. I only had a drink at Tortilla Republic because I knew how to drive home. So I was just chilling with them. But the guy that actually punched the ex-boyfriend was really, really handsome. And he actually asked me to dance. So I said, oh my gosh, of course. So we go on the dance floor. And I didn't tell Jermaine I was going to the dance floor. I thought he saw me walking with this guy to the dance floor, and he didn't. So I kind of just abandoned Jermaine, and he was, priding himself and, very much wanted to keep me safe all night. So I kind of just ditched them, which was a mistake. So we get to the dance floor, we're dancing for about 20 minutes, and we're grinding on each other, and we're really close. We're gay dancing, my lips are about this close to him. This guy has very dark hair, maybe like 5'9". His body is just gorgeous. you know, we're so close to each other, you can smell his breath, you know, and I'm just having the time of my life. I'm like, yay, this is 21. I'm in a really famous gay bar. I just met Andy Cohen. Everything's going so great. But after like, I would say 20 minutes of dancing with him, he says I don't look right. He says I don't look good. My arms are weird when I dance and I just look weird. He said my neck's crooked and it's tilted down. And I told him I have scoliosis, and he goes, it kind of just shrugs it off. And then he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom and I kind of like follow him to the doorway of the bathroom, and Jermaine's coming out of the bathroom and he hugs me. He's like, oh my God, I called you 3 times. Where were you? I was so nervous. I'm supposed to, you know, keep you safe. What's going on? I'm like, oh, sorry. I thought you saw me go walking with this guy. Not only are we still just standing outside the bathroom door, but there is a cop putting his hand up a woman's dress. I don't know if it's a drag queen. I don't know if it's an actual woman. I don't know if it's a non-binary friend. Who knows what's going on? But the cop literally has her bent over with his hand up her dress trying to find something. Like she's in trouble. And Jermaine's like, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta go to Pump. You know, Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant. It's just around the corner. I said, okay. So we all start leaving. The guy that I just danced with comes out of the bathroom and then tells Jermaine, hey, you know, Webb doesn't look good. And Jermaine's like, what do you mean? Webb looks fine. Don't say that about him. And they start yelling at each other, and it's just a fucking mess. And so we get to Pump, and now we're all at Pump. Most everyone besides me and Jermaine are absolutely wasted. And it was okay. Still really loud music. We weren't having the best time because I don't think things were going quite as planned or how we wanted it to go, so we didn't stay there for very long. After kind of dancing around, maybe getting one final drink at Pump, we all got in my car and did something very illegal. Since I was pretty much sober, I drove my little Honda Fit, and I had 6 or 7 people in my car, one of them being Brian, Jermaine's new boyfriend, and he actually... not only was he not wearing a seatbelt, he was lying down in the back of my trunk. So, knock on wood, thank God we didn't get pulled over. But yeah, no one was wearing a seatbelt, and most everyone was drunk. And I was like, oh my God, please don't crash, Webb. I'm like, you know, white knuckling the steering wheel. And so we drive to Jermaine's manager's house and sit there for a while. And everyone's like going to the bathroom, or we're watching some, I think it was a basketball game on TV. One of the guys who's sitting next to me pulls out a very dirty pair of car keys and offers me cocaine. And I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go. It was about almost 1:30 in the morning, and I was just like, yeah, this is not fun anymore. So Jermaine tells me, hey, please, you know, we're going home too. We just called an Uber. Please text me or call me when you get home. And I did, and I got home safe, and everyone got home safe that night. No one got a DUI. No one died. No one got physically hurt except the punching incident. But it was okay. My first time in a gay bar. It was just, I don't know. There's like a bunch of stereotypes, you know, about, you know, just bitchy queens. Just being everyone really catty and everyone kind of mean. And unfortunately, that's kind of how the night ended up. Of course, you know, I love to thank Jermaine and Brian for keeping me safe, and they're really sweet, and I love them so much, and they're friends for life. But the actual first time in a gay bar was horrible. It wasn't fun. No one seemed to be having a good time. No one was laughing. It seemed very serious and kind of somber from the whole punching incident, and, you know, etc., etc. Someone telling me I don't look good. The cop and the girl outside the bathroom door. It was just kind of blah. It was like, we are in a gray area and no one knows what the hell's going on. Anyway, that was my first time in a gay bar, and I hope yours was better than mine. And please share your stories of your first time in a bar. How did it go? I don't want to hear just about gay bars, but all kinds of bars, all themed bars, because I know there's some really cool restaurants and bars where they have a certain theme and people dress up, and it's really cool. And a lot of these restaurants and bars, you have to be over the age of 21. So please share your bar experience. Hopefully they're good, and tell me where to go to my next gay bar or my next straight bar, any bar. Anyway, as always, you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on those bell notifications to get reminders about new videos. Please like, comment, and share this video, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll see you next Friday.